A Yankees insider just sounded off on Aaron Boone on his bullpen decisions that have cost the Yankees many games over his tenure, and now it has reached a boiling point in the Bronx. We'll break down all of this and how the decisions could be getting even trickier as the season moves along. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here on Yankees Digest, giving you guys a daily dose of Yankees content every day of the week. And you guys know the drill. If you are not a part of that 24.8% who are subscribed, let's bridge that gap a little bit. The Yankees are going down the wire to this playoff push. We are almost in September. Summer is flying by here, so you guys better hit that subscribe button, comment down below to join in on the conversation. We really appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. But getting right into this video, as Aaron Boone, we've known all season he has been very, very controversial. He is on the hot seat right now. Maybe not to Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner, but for all these Yankee fans, his seat has never been hotter, as the Yankees had been so inconsistent this season, and the Yankees are pretty much treading water at this point, and Aaron Boone can't find the right magic button to push at each moment. And this is just very frustrating because when you're looking at this Yankees bullpen, where I'll get a little bit more into, the Yankees win a couple games against the Twins. When we go to this next game, we obviously know we're going to face Joe Ryan, and he is obviously, one of the best young pitchers and one of the best, the only good pitcher on the Minnesota Twins, as they sold everybody else. But you got to know that once you get to the 6th and 7th innings, as Schlittler, he was doing really well. He didn't have a bad outing. Now you're going to have to go to your bullpen a little bit. You got to know who you're going to go with. And you got to be able to adjust on the fly. And you got to make sure that you can pick someone in that bullpen that you trust with every single time, whether it's the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. You got to adjust on the fly and get someone in there who can shut the door. And the Yankees insider that I am referring to here, you guys probably already know, it is Michael Kay, the voice of the New York Yankees. He said, but there's got to be some urgency. I don't get why they went to De Los Santos. Every single pitcher in the bullpen last night was available. Who's your best? Who's your best to pitch the 6th inning? And this was definitely something that was surprising to me, because Michael Kay has been all in defense of the Yankees. He obviously has been the voice for the Yankees for over 20 years. He's been able to see the Yankees inside and out from each manager, seeing both sides. But yesterday, he just went completely off. He went off on what Aaron Boone has been doing, just so far this season and over in his tenure. And he was making the comments, and they were very interesting, because he is someone who's kind of more level-headed. Well, maybe not level-headed, but more just kind of like seeing both sides, playing devil's advocate. But he was just completely like, Boone doesn't have it, and he's not making the right decisions right now, and the Yankees are not looking like a perennial playoff team, as they are treading water. And this is the time where the Yankees can't slow down. They can't slow down. All hands need to be on deck and treat every series like it is their last series. Win or go home at this point. And, it definitely is something where, putting in De Los Santos when looking at the decision by Boone with De Los Santos, I don't think De Los Santos is a bad pitcher. I think he has been inconsistent because the Yankees have been inconsistent. When looking at his stats so far this season, when you're looking at it, 0-1 with a 2.51 ERA in 21 games played. He has 23 strikeouts. So when you're looking at his ERA and you're looking at his strikeouts and his whip, he's been pretty good for a bullpen pitcher, someone who's not really a high leverage guy for the New York Yankees. But I think when you're talking about the inconsistencies where he might have a bad day once in a while or be in a wrong spot, it's because the Yankees send him down when he is doing so well. And I like, why do you do that? Why are you sending a guy down because he is doing really well? I understand you got to make room for other guys, but like, you may want to release another bullpen guy who's not doing well. Like, the bullpen has to be fixed at this point. I mean, you're getting guys from the trade deadline. I understand De Los Santos as options, but if there's a guy who is blowing up this bullpen, you might not want him on your team. I understand with the Devin Williams, that is definitely a tricky situation that, the Yankees are just going to let him figure out this year. But it's just been very mind-boggling that the Yankees always do this. A player can be doing great for the Yankees. They have some options. All right, we're going to send him down because we need this other guy. And then when we call him back up, we expect him to pick himself up where he left off. Well, I mean, that just doesn't happen. And I think the Yankees mismanage all of these players, and it's just very frustrating because you're mismanaging all these players, and they're not doing well because they're out of sync, they're out of rhythm, and it just, there's no consistency when coming to this Yankees team and this Yankees bullpen. And just looking at his last 7 games, last 15 games, I mean, very respectable. Obviously, the 4.15 ERA, which was including the 3-run outing against the Twins. But like, when you're looking back after his last 7 games, his last 15 games, a 2.70 ERA and then a 2.51 ERA. So he's been very consistent for the Yankees in the bullpen, but you just got to look. Obviously, he has those options, but I think the Yankees just need to ride with him. They got to let him develop and not just send him down whenever they need to. Yeah, it's definitely a very frustrating outing to just see this bullpen get mismanaged every single day. And, when looking over to Matt Blake and what he was saying about this Yankees bullpen, it's great that we're getting additions like Fernando Cruz and Ryan Yarbrough. They're on rehab assignments right now. But the only tricky thing is now they are going to be added into this bullpen. And he had a little bit more to say on the bullpen additions of Ryan Yarbrough and Fernando Cruz when they get back here. He says, if we get to a spot where all 8 guys in the bullpen are performing and we got 3 healthy guys coming off the IL, then we got some hard decisions to make. But in the short term, I'm not too worried about it yet. And, it's something right now where with Matt Blake and what he has been able to develop these starting pitchers. He's been able to develop these bullpen guys. I definitely trust Matt Blake in what he has to do with developing these guys. The only problem is that Matt Blake doesn't have the decision to go to these guys. It is up to Aaron Boone, the manager here, to make those decisions, to listen to the analytical guys where you're going to put who. I feel like it just needs to be an on-the-fly type of guy. If someone is doing great in this inning, you got to go with him, whether it be Weaver in the 6th inning, whether it be they want to trust Devin Williams in the 6th inning when it's not a higher leverage spot, just to get him back in there, just to give a little bit of confidence. But I definitely feel like the Yankees need to do a little bit better with their bullpen, with how they manage their bullpen. And I mean, it's something where the Yankees have been struggling with that all season. And it's just mind-boggling because we have the guys in the bullpen. We have Luke Weaver. We have now David Bednar and Camilo Doval in this bullpen. We have Devin Williams, who just needs a little bit more confidence under his belt. He was doing great, fell back a little bit, kind of can be like a Clay Holmes of last year, just putting him into a spot where he is comfortable. So the Yankees need to do a little bit better with their bullpen and how they manage that every single day. But when we're looking at the state of the New York Yankees, I mean, this is do or die right now. And I understand that it's in the middle of August and we still have a month and a half left, but the Yankees need to take advantage of these games coming up. They got the Cardinals. The time of recording right now, the Yankees are facing off against the St. Louis Cardinals. Got to take at least 2 out of 3 against them. And then you got the Rays and the Boston Red Sox. Moving forward with, when we look at the Rays series and the Boston Red Sox series, there's 4 games against the Boston Red Sox. 4 games. You got to at least win 3 because you are right behind Boston and you're trying to not be in that last wild card spot because guess who you're going to face if you were in that last wild card spot? And if everything ended where it is right now, you'd face the Houston Astros, all possibly 2 to 3 games in Houston. If you're a Yankee fan, a true Yankee fan, all the way back, uh, say to 2015, you know that the Houston Astros are the Yankees' kryptonite. We do not want to see the Houston Astros. We do not want to see any sort of Houston Astro, especially going on the road to face them. That is no bueno when looking at the Yankees, and even if they can make the playoffs, that would be a no bueno first matchup. But that's going to do it for another edition of Yankees Digest. Appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. The Yankees are going into these series. They need to win these series coming up. Hopefully we can get back on the horse here and compete and be firmly in a playoff position come September. So hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy these games, and let's go Yankees.